If you're over 40, you probably heard things that I heard as a kid, like children are to be seen and not heard. Go play outside, come in when it gets dark, right? These are things that we heard time and time again. They're not really told nowadays to these kids because, well, parents seem to want to hover constantly. But for us, we were taught to don't be a bother. So by not bothering, we don't bother with much of anything at this point. But the problem is that we've learned to put ourselves aside and just do what we're supposed to do for everybody else because we were taught to do your part and stay quiet, right? Shut up, don't make a fuss, don't be a problem for anybody. The thing is that now it's a problem for us because we're the ones who got screwed from this. So here are 5 things that I want you to do, or should I say, stop doing. First off, number 1, we are going to stop caring what other people think because let me tell you, you are too fat, you are too ugly, you are too old, and you are too something to somebody. There is always going to be somebody who thinks negatively about you. The fact is that it doesn't matter. Who fucking cares what they think about you? The only thing that matters is what you think about yourself. So, from here on out, we're going to not care what they think. You're going to do what you need to do for yourself. Because let me tell you, they're not going to be there forever. Nobody is going to be there forever, and nothing is ever a guarantee. 2, we are going to get rid of the old friends. And I know that sounds awful, but essentially, those people are probably holding you down. And the fact is that there have been numerous different studies that show essentially, which most of them say it's the average of the 5 people you associate with most. It might not be 5, it might be 10, it might be one person that you're with all the time. But the fact is, those people, if they are not helping you become what you want to be and help your life, and they're trying to hold you back into all of the negative things that are kind of habitual that you end up doing all the time, those people are going to make your life harder. They're going to make it to where you don't achieve the life that you want. There's this story that's told about the crabs in the bucket. So they're trying to get out of the bucket. But once one is almost to the top, because the other one wants to get out too, they grab onto that first crab. And then what happens? It falls back in, they all fall back in, and they don't get anywhere. So that's why you never have to put a lid on the bucket of crabs, because they will do the job for you and keep pulling them back down. And that's essentially what all the people that you've been spending your time with are doing for you. So if those people are not helping to make your life better than it was, you need to cut them out. Sounds cruel, sounds harsh, but really, that's kind of where you need to be. 3, we're going to stop staying at the same job. Just honestly, move on. If you can move on. Because that job is not getting you where you want to be. Because if you're where you want to be, then you wouldn't be listening to this right now. Right? So that job is holding you back. Maybe it makes a lot of money, maybe it doesn't. Right? If it does, maybe you can transition to something else. If it's not making you what you want, though, move on. Just cut that loose. And it's not even about the money. If it's holding you back because it's taking time from you living your life, it's taking time from you being with kids, or taking care of your health, or taking care of sick family. If it's not giving you the life that you want, it's not worth it. And I know everybody has to have some kind of job because you have to pay the bills. But it's not instant, right? I'm not saying make this change, just walk into your job and quit. What I'm saying is get yourself in a position where you can move on from that job. But move on. If it's not getting you and has not gotten you where you want to be in life, it's not worth your time. We're going to do what's best for us. And jobs are just jobs. They are not who you are. 4, we are going to stop people pleasing. So it's kind of hard. Everybody wants to be liked, right? You want people to feel good about being around you. And so often it's the people closest to us that we want to please. think of your parents, your kids, your other relatives, your significant other. But the fact is that at any point in time, those people could go away. People die, people leave you, people, just have falling out and never talk to you again. Those things happen. And the funny thing about it is that the people who are closest to us are the ones who seem to cause us the most problems, especially parents. They're the ones who want you to do so well that you make them look good because look how great parents they were. But at the same time, they don't want you to do too well because subconsciously, they don't want you doing better than they ever did because now they feel bad about themselves because they didn't do enough. So that also happens with significant others, right? You're in a relationship and one person gets a promotion. Now the other person starts feeling bad about themselves because they're making less money. The fact is that you can't please all of these people. You can only please yourself. So you need to do what you have to do for yourself to make your life better, because essentially on your deathbed, most of those people will not be there. And the ones that are, they're not going to be sitting there thinking about, how much you pleased them. But you're going to have to sit there and think, well, did I please somebody else and not myself? And you have all of those regrets. So stop people pleasing, because you're the only one who is paying the price there. They're getting everything and you're getting nothing. 5, we are going to stop playing it safe. From here on out, we are going to let go of fear, anxiety, self-doubt, anything that is causing us to not go for everything that we want in our lives. Now, there could be things that essentially kind of keep you in this position because of past circumstances or anything that may have happened to you. But if you need help, you're going to get professional help. If you really need to get past this, that's where that's going to come in. So essentially, if you're playing it safe, you're not going to live the life that you want. So from here on out, the people pleasing ends so that we can stop playing it safe. Those two go hand in hand. Now, we're going to have a few action steps. I don't want this to seem like I am just ranting and raving and complaining to you about everything you're doing wrong, because those are things that so many of us do, and we just need to stop doing them. And some of these aren't even like that noticeable. They're the little things, but the little things keep adding up and hold you back to where you're like, oh, another year went by and I did all the same crap. I did all the same things with the same people, and I wanted to do this, but I didn't get to do that because I did this stuff. So from here on out, if we can work forward on these action steps, we can hopefully make a change so that when 2026 rolls around, you're like, oh, I actually did something. I did something different. I made myself happy. So step 1, we are going to have to get rid of the fear, the doubt, and the anxiety. And like I said, if you need any kind of professional help to do that, you're going to have to do it. There are people who are very good out there who can help you. You might not find the right person the first time, but keep working at it. Now, some people can do this on their own. Some people can stop and think and actually see where it is that they're having problems and just fixing it themselves, right? That's not most people. So if you need the help, or if you even need a friend who you can just bounce ideas off of, find somebody you can trust who's actually going to help you. Then we are going to break down everything that we want into small actionable steps. So these actions need to be based on things that you want. So if your goal is the new job, you're going to have to think about if you want something in the same industry or something totally different. So from there, you would have to break down the steps. Which direction are you going? We want to break down these steps of the new life that you want into small enough steps that you can actually take the action to do them, but not too small that you're not seeing any outcome. Because if you don't see the outcome from it, you're not going to keep going forward, and you're going to revert right back where you were and get the same life. Then, like I said before, if you can change the jobs, change jobs. You spend so much of your life at your job. If you are not happy with that job, if that job is not making you enough money, if it is taking too much of your life away from other things that are more important, that is one of the first places to be able to make massive change in your life. Then we are going to stop playing it safe. I want you to be seen and heard. And I don't care if this is you trying to do YouTube or you're just selling, furnaces and central air units or something, right? Anywhere you go, you need to put out who you are and not hold back. You're not going to play it safe. You are going to take this time and become who you want to be and forget about everybody else. Fuck them. They don't matter. Only you matter. Top priority. This is just like being on an airplane. And when they say that if the air mask drops, you do yours first and then everybody else you can help, that is because you can't do anything for anybody else if you don't help yourself. So when you play it safe, you are helping everybody else before you're helping yourself. And then in order to live the life that you truly want, I'm going to say the last thing here is that you need to live your life like you were dying. Because you know what? Every single day you are, and you never know when your last day is going to be. So from here on out, let's make 2025 a year that you say, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter what they think of me. I'm going to take a chance on me. I'm not playing it safe. And I am going to have the life I want.